Hey there, Brian Fitzgerald here with O'Rourke Hospitality Marketing. I want to do a quick video today, talk a little bit more about WordPress, and in this case, we're talking about WordPress security. We often get a lot of questions about this. There seem to be sort of what I would call some myths out there that WordPress isn't safe or it's not secure or that it's the target of hackers. And the reality is, in today's day and age, nothing is safe, and everything needs to be secured, and extra steps taken to be secured. So just want to talk a little bit more about that, and again, just sort of reiterate why we think WordPress is a great content management system for hotels. So in terms of some basics, any kind of hacking or vulnerabilities that you might see are not because WordPress is inherently unsafe or vulnerable. It's often and almost always because there were preventable things that just weren't taken care of properly or maybe slipped through the cracks. So the first one is like any of our online accounts or online resources, and that is just general username and password security. So for example, when you first start a WordPress website, the default username is admin. Every hacker in the world knows that. So what do? We change it. We don't have the username admin. We change it. We make it something more complicated, something that would be very difficult to guess. So doing things like that, doing additional login security measures like you would do for your banking or any other account, you can do with WordPress, right? So having security questions that have to be answered before access is given, or adding a two-factor authentication is something that we can do. So username and password security is something that we always make sure is taken care of and taken very seriously. The next is making sure things are kept up to date. So with any good system, right? Rollouts are done when to upgrade or patch something that might have been identified as being vulnerable. All of the softwares that we all use today do this, and WordPress is no different. So making sure that that's being done is important, and we certainly make sure that that's part of our ongoing process. The other tips here are avoid off-the-shelf themes. So we don't use off-the-shelf themes. An off-the-shelf theme is something that you can go buy for $30, $40, $50, and it gives you sort of a foundation of a site that sort of can cut down on development time. But the downside there is if the owner of that theme, the person who originally created it, doesn't keep their code and that theme up to date, you could then be susceptible to threats and hacking and things of that nature. And then plugin maintenance. So plugins are things that are used within WordPress to create certain functionality. Making sure that you're only using plugins from very reputable sources, very reputable development folks is extremely important. And then, of course, deleting or removing any plugins that you're not using. So just general plugin maintenance. But again, these are things that are pretty easy to do and are certainly part of our ongoing hosting and maintenance process. And then lastly is just where you host the site. We use a very reputable company, the largest WordPress hosting company in the country. It's one of those you pay for what you get kind of things. If you're paying $5, $10 a month, you might not be getting the most reliable service. So a reliable hosting company is going to have things, security measures that block hacking attempts before they even get into your network. They're going to have things like firewalls. They're going to do things proactively to keep certain technical aspects like PHP or other coding languages kept up to their most recent version. So using a reputable hosting company, don't fall for those $5, $10 a month hosting bundles. You're better off paying a little bit more and knowing that you're getting that service that's going to help keep those potential security threats down. So, again, a little bit more about WordPress security. When these simple tactics are taken, WordPress is extremely secure as any other system out there. And of course, if you're thinking about a new website or have questions about your content management system, please do get in touch. We'd be happy to help you out.